Electoral College involves the states through the House of Representatives and Congress. The states draw district lines that represent the areas where Congress represents. In addition, each electoral vote contains the amount of senators and congressmen. The senators are representatives of the amount of people in the state, and the congressmen, there's a certain amount to each state. So depending on the population of the state is dependent upon the amount you get of electoral votes. In addition, they talk about like all the facts of it. There's no citation, there's no evidence, or there's no backing up why if it's true. Also, they say that there's an unequal say in votes. Or they talk about how small states aren't representative. According to the Chronic Watch, under the Electoral College system, the smaller states receive a slightly greater proportional speaking. For example, California is the largest state and its greatest voice, proportionally speaking. For example, California is the largest state and it has 33 million inhabitants and 54 electors. Each of them represents 614,000 inhabitants. However, Wyoming as a state isn't represented proportionally. It is the smallest state and it has less than 500,000 inhabitants by 3 electors, one for every 160,000 inhabitants. So California gets 1 elector vote for every 614,000, while Wyoming gets 1 elector per 160,000. So in all honesty, Wyoming is getting more representation than California. So the amount of people who are getting represented in California per elector is a lot more than, or a lot less. They have a lot less influence, I'm trying to say, than Wyoming. In addition, they talk about how the electoral system is outdated. Yes, the framers were wanted. It was all the way back from 1789, but it's been working this whole time. Yes, there's been problems like the 2000 recount, but it's worked so far. Also, in addition to small states getting a lot of influence, the combined number of electorals in the 8 states, small states, Alaska, Delaware, North Dakota, South Dakota, Vermont, Wyoming, Montana, and Rhode Island, produces the same number of electors in one single state of Florida, even though Florida has a population more than 3 times greater than those of 8 states combined. It's just showing that there's different sized states, and if you're going to get rid of it, those states really aren't going to have any influence at all. Because if there's, say you have direct election, all the vote is going to go towards the big states. So why would a presidential candidate actually pay attention to small states? There's no point. They're just going to look past and not really pay attention. They're just going to go for the big states, which can give them the most votes, equaling them the win. And a direct vote, and in addition, if you were to get rid of the Electoral College, say to get a direct election, a direct vote, however, would not eliminate the enrichment of the 2-party system or the spoilers. So they're still not going to get rid of the 2-party system, even though the framers of the Constitution talked about how political parties were advised against. They're still not going to get rid of. a close race, voting for a candidate from a minority party could reinforce the same spoiler dynamics as exists within a current system. There is a possibility that with multiple candidates, a winner could be declared with just a small plurality of votes instead of a strong majority. So what they're talking about is there could be several candidates, and one candidate could win with 20% of the national vote. So somebody else could be, there would just be way too many candidates. In addition, just because the Electoral College is removed, just because it doesn't reflect popular vote, it's they talk about how the Electoral College the Electoral College doesn't always represent the most popular vote. Typically, those ones, in history, there's only been a few, and the last one took place with Martin Van Buren, which was in 1874, so that was a long time ago. And yeah.